You already watched the vid, but won't spoil? Alright. That's all good. I'd say let's get started.
In first place, we have six
Alright,
with
now it's halfway through. It's not correct. I had it running in the background later. Well, earlier. But alright. Let's us do this. Hey, Russa. Alright. I'm gonna turn it up a bit so I can actually hear it.
What is going on, ladies and gentle steppers? Welcome to another WGS. We are covering 22 through 29 September.
Alright.
Let's get right into it.
Reacting to Couch
First and
Cat's new vid.
foremost, we have
Let's
the
do this.
newly active guilds.
WGS.
In total, as you can see, there are three. We have Demon, Orgy Gaming, which is an interesting name to say the least, and
I
then
have
For
not
You,
seen any of these
led by
guilds
Lasagna.
in
I
game.
do love lasagna. Nom 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 nom. Anyways, besides my hunger here, nothing too crazy. Demon has 22 members, which is great.
I don't remember seeing the screenshot, Beasky, so you're all good.
Hopefully they continue to grow and we'll see them either in global chat, not being degens, preferably in the WGS later on, maybe even the SGL and probably next season or something like that.
Demon's
We want
the
to
only
see these
new guild that
guilds
actually
rise
has
to the
any
occasion.
potential here. 22
That's
members,
it for the newly
it's not
active guilds.
awful.
Oh, one more thing. There's three less than last week, or the previous week. So previous week had 6 newly active guilds. 22 through 29 September has 3 newly active guilds. All right, now moving over to the deleted side. In total, 3 deleted guilds: Fisherman Hut, Power Rangers, Black
I haven't
Coffee,
heard of
all
any
gone.
of these guilds that are getting
As of right
deleted,
now,
so no real loss
when we
to the
did the
community.
polls,
No
Fisherman
real
Hut
loss.
is the
No
only
real
one where
loss.
the guild leader left for Teletubbies. It is
It's
sad to
not
see
like
such a
LDS
big
got deleted
guild
again.
drop out like that, but it's probably a dead guild. More than likely, if I had to guess, they killed a dead guild and then moved to a more active guild.
Yeah,
Bummer to see.
really the only way like a new guild gets successful is if they like have at a minimum like 50 members at the start. I feel like any less than that, and none of them are gonna get to like top 50 usually. Like maybe you'll see one or two, but this late in the season, it's pretty unlikely. It's a bad time to start a new guild.
It is what it is, but that's how it goes. Now this is 3 more than the previous week. Granted, the previous week there were 0 delete guilds, so
Was Fisherman a good guild, would you say, Elemental? I know nothing about Fisherman. I've never even seen them before.
nothing too crazy here. So let's hop into the actual guild stats.
There's more
that
PvE
everyone
guilds
loves.
this
So
week.
on this row
There's
here, we
over
have
500 now.
882 guilds with activity since April 2021 when the guild update occurred. For the breakdown, we have 503 PvE only guilds and 379 PvP enabled guilds. That is now a 57-43 split, roughly 57%, 43%. So PvE is growing, but it's nothing too crazy. When guild is created, it becomes
No, I'm
PvE
surprised there's not
to
more
begin with, if I
PvP
remember
guilds
correctly.
because like
So nothing
it's so much
wild here.
easier to earn GXP PvP.
74 weekly active guilds though. That's 8 less than the previous week. Honestly, I have no idea why the previous week had.
I would say best time to start a new guild would be when the new season starts, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, but you're also competing with all the bigger guilds for members that are trying to push really hard. So I'd say like first week of the new season.
8 more weekly active guilds compared to this week, 22 through 29 September. But it is what it is. This is the average that we're sitting at right now with Simple MMO. So nothing in the fret, nothing too crazy. The previous week was a little spike, and now we're back down to our average. All right. The top 10 PvP.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting, guys. Let's look at the top 10 PvP. Sanctuary number 1. Yep, everyone saw that coming. That's not even like everyone knew that was going to happen. TSL second, Factory Set third. Yep, all understandable, all expected. But you guys will notice Slums is in 5th, guys. I carried so hard. That was me, guys. I did that. I like I did my job as a co-lead. I got Slums there. And I told everyone that like, hey guys, we're gonna be top 5 in the next WGS. I knew it was coming. Like, this is exactly what I planned. Now, I'm curious to see, after the BH merge, I'm curious to see if Slums is going to hold on or push even farther, because maybe they can get past, maybe they can get past Wolf Blood. I think next season we might see Slums in the top 10. If if they're able to hold on or even push even farther than they are now, which I believe in Hauku and Slum, I think they can do the job without me. Like I think they got it. Like we passed Asgard, we passed DGK and earned we
Talk
carried.
about it.
Went from not
First
even
place
on
with
the list to fifth.
18.9 mil, we have Sanctuary. Second place with 14.7 mil, we have the Scarlet Legion or TSL. And in third with 9.6
Honestly,
mil, we
I
have
think there's a
Factory
world
Reset.
where
Fourth, we have the
Sanctuary
Forest.
this month might
Fifth, we
be
have
the
Wolf
number one
Blood.
guild. Like
Sixth
they
is
might be able to
Slums
push
Guild.
far enough.
Seventh is Asgard. Eighth is Demolition's Great Kingdom. Ninth is Golden Arrows. And finally, 10th is Friendly, holding that gatekeeping spot from any other guild getting in the top
It's
10.
interesting to see Golden
Now,
Arrows past
Still
Friendly.
Friendly. This means that Still Friendly 2 is out of the top 10 for the week. Prostor is also out of the top 10. Slums Guild, which was a PvE guild, has since transitioned over to PvP, and they are now in the top 10. And then Demolition's Great Kingdom has also came back into the top 10 on the PvP side of the house. So for all of you that weren't tracking, Slums Guild has a co-lead now, or
Oh, I get a
has for some
shout
time, I
out. Let's
guess.
go.
It's Rosary.
Yep.
They used to lead the Rose Garden.
Yep, I get the shout out, guys. I'm the greatest. What can I say? I single-handedly carried to the point where even Couch Cat knows that I'm the one who carried, okay? I'm the best, guys. By far.
But they left and went over to Slums as a co-lead. And apparently, Slums Guild leaders got big bucks, big old nice equipment and everything.
And yeah, Slum was filthy rich. That man, a 22 bill equipped, like his net worth is probably close to 40, 50 bill. Like the guy is filthy rich. But yep, I get the shout out. Let's go. I'm the best.
To lead the guild, which is what you need to be able to actually do anything good with a guild in this game right now. Okay, enough of that. Let's move over to the PvE side of the house. In first place, we have
Oh
with
man,
6.4
DPS
mil,
is
we
so
have
much better
DPS
than
or Dead
everyone
Poet
else.
Society.
That's crazy.
And second with 3.9 mil, we have Frontier, which is pretty cool. And third place with 3.
I sure did move to DPS right after carrying so hard. Like, I had a good reason. I did it. And, I feel like I'm in the way better guild now. I'm more of a PvE person anyways. I'm curious and I'm pretty excited to see how the stuff is ran in DPS. I've always been interested in how a PvE guild earns that much GXP.
0.3 mil Guild EXP is the unknown. Fourth is Gladiators. Fifth is Resolve. Sixth is Zenith Kites. Oh man, I just lost my train of thought by saying that name. Seventh is Eternal Flame. Eighth is Shadow Garden. 9 is Jaboku Revival, which we covered in the previous week, and 10th is Rose Garden.
Man, it is sad to see how far Rose Garden has fallen so far. At peak, they were earning 1.8 mil a week, and like they were like positions above and higher than Shadow Garden. And it's been like 2 weeks and they're already dropping out here. Like it's sad. It's the guild is my baby, my child. It's sad to see it fall. But at least it's still top 10. I think if they can find a way to get proper funding and start recruiting again really hard and maybe gets a new really good co-lead that's really active, I think they may be able to stay in the top 10. They just really got to push hard. They got to find their funding and they got to catch their feet, catch their fall because they're in a rough spot right now.
And holding on to that gatekeeping spot for the PvE side of the house, preventing all other guilds from breaking into the top 10 for the WGS. So let's talk about this.
I will say though, I think the most surprising thing that I'm seeing here is ZZK. ZZK is a lot higher than I expected it to be on this board, but it's interesting.
Part is out from the previous week, which means Jaboku Revival is in. new guild, new life, new me.
And yeah,
Who dat?
Jaboko Revival, yeah, that I've talked to the guild leader of that guild, a very nice person. I think that guild's gonna do very well. I'm I'm expecting to see it move farther up this leaderboard and push very hard. And yeah, it's like as Beasky says, it's gonna be hard for Rose Garden to get their funding, but if they do, I think they can do great things.
Um, I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Anyways, another thing to point out: Frontier took over the second place position from the Unknown. I thought that the Unknown was going to dominate and actually rival DPS into
I like I've seen people in Frontier talking global, but like Frontier and Global, I know nothing about either of those guilds. I know things about DPS, no Gladiators. I don't know anything about Resolve, but like the bottom five, I know pretty well. But it's weird that like I don't see Frontier or the Unknown as often.
potentially getting that first place position. But now we see Frontier showing up and taking on to that second place position. So second place in PVE is hotly contested right now. We'll see what happens. Now, if you're looking at this and you see it and you're like, Gladiators, who the frick is Gladiators? Where did they come from? Well, Gladiators is just Italia rebranded. So Italia has changed their name over to the Gladiators. And they're still consistently on the top 10, just different name, same guild. And then, like I covered, Rose
Yeah,
Garden is now
that is
led
the
by
Beasky's right about this. Honestly, if you're a guild member, one of the best things you can do to promote your guild is just talking global. Like, you promote your guild so much, it makes recruiting way easier if they constantly see your clan tag in global. Or like better yet, talk about your guild in global. Like yes, it is an indirect poaching strat, but man, it works really well.
Mr. Rose, who had his old Rose guild merged into Rose Garden because Rosary went over to the slums to be co-lead. So Mr. Rose is doing well and leading Rose Garden to top.
Yeah, Kasu carry, for sure. Kasu is probably the reason I joined DPS. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, back when I first joined DPS, it was definitely Kasu that made me join.
Top 10. And then, also another thing, Shadow Guards moved up one position. So hey, maybe they're coming back. It is as a
You know, I can see Shadow Garden coming back with Shadow back in the game, trying to be active again. I can see Shadow Garden having a nice comeback here. I don't know how far they're going to push on the leaderboard, but I think they can at least like breach the two. Like I think they can get above Resolve, I'd say, in PvE GXP earnings.
recording. It just started into October, which possibly means, which I'm pretty sure means that Shadow is back. So maybe the next week, next iteration of the WGS, we'll see Shadow Garden higher up. Who knows? We will find out. Only time will tell, right? So that's it. That will conclude the
Yeah.
WGS for 22 through 29 September. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and leave a like down below. Also, if you want to see more of this content and be notified when it occurs, please hit that subscribe
You
button,
know,
and YouTube will let you know every time we
yeah,
produce.
Couch Cat makes some pretty good videos. Definitely worth watching them. I'll link the video in chats. Just like give Couch Cat some views. Might as well. Um, really like the interesting things to note. Slum jumping up 5 positions from not even being on the board last time. Uh, DGK is pretty far up there. Rose Garden falling a little bit. Shadow Garden getting revived. And yeah, those are really the notable things to me. It's a bit of an exciting week. I'm hoping the next one, I don't even know. I'm gonna predict changes here. I think Slums might be able to push past, like, they really, really push after the merge. I think they might be able to earn more than Wolfblood. I think next season Slums is gonna be top 10 for sure. Um, honestly, like my prediction, like Rose Garden, I don't even know if we'll see him next week. But like I still believe I don't know what other PvE guilds there are really for that Rose Garden's competing against in its level. Um Obviously Blackheart isn't on the PvE list anymore because of the merge. So I mean we will see. We will definitely see. But yeah, that's the video. Let me link it in chat. Boom. Oh, I gotta sign in to chat. That's crazy. Let me just go to my channel then.